Before all of this, I was starting to write a book. In the meanwhile, I was come to the conclusion that it is completely unnecessary. People nowadays don't even read a book a lot. So I was deciding to make a documentary or YouTube channel or whatever like people are interested in. So the book I was previously writing about have few parts. The first part was the beginning of the time before everything else. So how we as a human species develop the value of something, how we come to the conclusion of how the money works. And then the second part of the book starts with the antique times. So in the antique times you will see the Rome, the Greeks, and in the third part you will see the beginning of now known as the modern monetary system, the central banks. In England, then there's the chapter of the French Revolution, how it's like all like faked out by the history, and the true people who like bring about the central bank in France. When Napoleon was ruling the France, and you will see the US, and then after US you'll see the Russian Revolution and the Russian state, how it all came to be. And for example, it's very poorly written. Like we know a lot about the US because the US was only and only bring about to life because of its opposing to the central bank. And you will see, because my native language is Serbian, I know a lot about the history of Serbia and the former Yugoslavia, how it fell apart, how did Serbia came to be, and the people in Serbia, it's very, very poorly researched, but we also have very, very close ties to the monetary system. It in some period it like brought about the entire empire and developed the entire like history of the Serbia and his nation. Why do we accept the Orthodox Church? And you'll see I also write about the cryptocurrency, the biggest scams and scandals of time regarding to the financial assets. I also wrote about the Fed, and wrote about the First World War, Second World War, the petrodollar. I wrote about in those books about why US can print more money and get away with it, because a lot of money nowadays is very close tied to the oil. That's why we have a lot of wars in the Middle East, and that's why countries that have oil needs to be in servitude to the US. And you see how all other make mistakes when researching the monetary system. And I also wrote about the future monetary systems. Yes, why all the cryptocurrency system will eventually like not really fail, but be very unsuccessful in the terms of today's monetary system. At the end, you will see the most powerful monetary system of all time. It worked, it will now work, and it will work in the future. Money nowadays is only the form of exchange. But when combined with a credit system, which really improves the economy of any country, you will see the difference. Money is only there to like exchange the things, but what's really developing the economy is the credit system. And that's why the credit system is always, but not should be like that, controlled by the bankers. Because they know if you want to develop, you need the credit. That's it. Period. But also in that book, I was planning the other books also. So why we have so much propaganda regarding the global warming? It's all fraud. You will see I know that, you can check it right now, that 31,000 scientists, including 9,000 PhDs, signed a petition that the global warming is pure fraud. And there is no evidence of any kind that planet is like warming up or like cooling. That in the beginning there was trying to manipulate the public that the planet is like cooling before. Now it's a global warming, and after that it's a climate change, which doesn't mean anything. Everything now you can say about, or what you would, everything like humanity will do, it's like, well, it can be like warming, it's been cooling, it's completely nonsense. So what they really want to do is introduce the carbon tax, which again is de facto world government. So the people who are propagating the eco tyranny knows about this. They know they don't want to produce anything of value. The government by itself doesn't create anything and cannot give people anything that people already do not have. So if you think that you can like pay insane amount of money in order to like save the planet, is insanity. The government is like corrupted. They cannot like change anything, and especially they cannot like change themselves. But the government corrupts everything that it's touched. Don't expect them anything to do of any good to anybody. That's it.